grandma's. Ugh.
Don't worry, ma'am. All of your stuff is in okay hands.
Just okay?
Well, they don't give 2.5 stars to just anybody.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's your piano.
Hold this for a sec.
We don't have a piano.
No. But the neighbors do.
Just okay is not okay.
Looking for a moving company that's on time, isn't milking the clock, and doesn't charge for shrink wrapping items, disassembling, and reassembling furniture? Would you value a team of hardworking guys that care about your belongings? No, really. Like, if any of your possessions were damaged or lost during the move, they'd cover it that same day. Well, Aaron Movers in Phoenix is serious about quality service, and we feel like we've mastered the art of moving. Since 2001, we've grown our well-known reputation of precaution, speed, courtesy, and planning. We've held every member of our team to a high standard and have never dropped the ball. Now that I think about it, we haven't really dropped much of anything over the last 17 years. We understand that nothing we touch belongs to us, and that we need to handle your belongings better than we'd ever treat our own. Because, in case you didn't know, you're the boss honestly just wants to help you get your items moved from point A to point B as quickly and safely as possible. Our custom-built trailer plays a big role in our ability to do this by reducing trips and lowering costs. We'll even set things up at point B for you. Our 5-star rating proves that hard work pays off. With hundreds of satisfied customers across the great state of Arizona, we want you to experience moving as it should be. Whether you're moving into a new office, transporting items out of the state, or settling into a new place to call home, Aaron Movers wants you to focus on what you'll be doing once you get there. Don't take a risk, and we'll take care of the rest. Click below or call Joe at 602-703-0078 to learn more or to get a free estimate.
Hello? There it is. Hello. Sorry about that. Just trying to get everything finalized and set up for the players. We have a very exciting new feature this evening that I will try out as soon as I have it shared. We have the telestrator. I can officially write on the screen. So I am just trying to pull everything up and then share it. And then we'll get this telestrator going because I am pretty excited about it, to be honest. All right, so I got music for the players. I got our stream up. I have all the numbers right. So now that I have everything correct, let's share away. If you have not already, please go ahead and share. Another cool thing that we have here this time around, let's see if he's hiding. Yeah, you can't see him. But Corby is actually here tonight, and he is taking photos of the players. All right, getting into the sharing now. Guys, I'm really excited to use this telestrator this evening, especially with everything that we have been doing. This is a huge investment for us. It was not free, let's just say that. So we are pretty excited to have this new and exciting thing. I know when Chris Adams was here, he was talking about how exciting and good it would be to have a telestrator, and his wish is our command here. Steve is going to make this so fast, I'm not even going to have time. That was a break and run. So I'm sure at this point, Brandon, you can see that your bet is not going to fly since Steve is already up 2-0. Oh yeah, that's what they're there for. He's asking about the gummies. Here at K2, We offer gummies and soda and Twinkies. And I made cookies the other day for the players. I'm sure you were offered before the game started. I'm saying now that the game is underway. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Right. Right. Steve and I were just talking. He noticed I have about 28 balls sitting there on the rack. And he's like, man, you have a lot of 8 balls. And I said, yeah, I used to have a phobia where I could run all the way down and then miss the 8. And he said, I also used to do that. And we were talking about tips and tricks to get away from that 8-ball phobia. Carlos told me, shoot that ball, and so you have to get shape on another ball on the table, because then you're not so concerned about, oh my gosh, it's 8. You're shooting it as though you're shooting any other ball. Steve said, just double down and know that's the most important ball, so you're going to focus twice as hard, even on an easy shot, to make sure that you make that ball. What do you guys do when you're on the money ball? What tips and tricks do you get so that you don't get all messed up on that last ball? I realize that I am not Carlos Chavez or Chris Adams, so let me change that. So Kevin, if you're asking about changing the camera angle on the break, the reason I have it at that specific angle is because I've been asked by a couple different players if they can see this angle specifically to be able to see their body during a break, see what their stroke looks like, see what their mechanics look like on a break. So that is why I have it at that specific angle. Chris is shooting for a very big tournament coming up here, and he is trying to work on his mechanics. He is trying to get as much action as possible, which is why he's shooting almost every day here for the last couple weeks. So, yeah. My Steve is asking about people coming in from out of state to play. I was telling him that we had a couple different people offering to come in from Texas to play against Carlos and Chris Adams. We've also had some people come in from New Mexico and from California. So we have officially reached all 50 states for our broadcast here, and about 12 to 15 countries actually as well. So our goal by the end of the year is to have 3,000 followers, and we're at about almost 2,500, so we are really close. And yes, the question is my last name Nicole? And it is. It is until I get married, I think. I don't particularly like to put my legal first and last name out there for everyone in the world to know, especially since I'm a nurse. I've had some crazy stalker things happen. So I am plenty happy being Kaylin Nicole on the stream. Oh, Carl. Okay, guys. I'm so ready to use this telestrator. Hold on. I have to be on this specific view. Okay, so this is the way it works, right? I'm like, okay, he's going to shoot this into here. The cue ball is going to go this way. See? Look at how cool that is. And then you just on to the next shot. He needs to shoot this in, and then the cue ball will come off this direction, so he can then shoot this ball that way. If he stops it, then he can shoot the 8 ball straight into this pocket. I'm pretty excited about that. What do you think? We literally just got this. It's about a whole 30 minutes old. So we are still learning and playing around with it. It only works in this view, which actually this is a very good view for it to work in. The other views don't quite give you the ability to see as well. So I'm actually a huge fan of having the telestrator out. Yes, Carlos is an amazing teacher. Well, we actually had to call the person who developed the software so that he could help us with a couple of the little things. And Carlos showed me the key 5 buttons to use. So that is what I'm doing. So yes, Fernando, I got a new toy. I'm very excited. Tam, thank you for saying I know my stuff. Carlos and I, which are the 2Ks in K2 Productionz, we are the state 8-ball Scotch doubles champions. He is first in the state right now for 8-ball singles according to the BCA tournament. And I got second to the most wonderful lady, Miss Sophia Balancad, for 8-ball women's in the state. So I try to pretend like I know what I'm doing. That's funny, Brandon. I'm pretty sure we all said that Chris was unbeatable. I didn't hear anybody say that Steve was unbeatable. We just said Chris was on a roll, and he is kind of proving that right now. He was down 2-0 and has quickly made a comeback. So he's definitely holding his own here with Mr. DeLuna, who is a wonderful shot as well. Corby is hiding, but he is actually here in-house today, taking some photos of the players. All right. So we're looking at Running Out the Stripes here by Chris Carpenter. I was going to say a combo kind of scary, but what's nice for Chris is this ball right here. This ball, because I don't think that it goes up here past the tent. Oh, perfect. He already got it out of the way. But now we have this little cluster right here that he's going to take care of right now if he can. I don't think that it went in the pocket because of that one, so he was playing safe actually. I think now that that little cluster right there of the 411 is going to be a problem, so there might be some safeties back and forth here between Chris and Steve before somebody gets the right angle to come and break up that ball. I think Steve, being solids, actually has a little bit of an advantage because that 3 ball does give him a good ball for a breakout. He is playing safe. So if I was Chris, I may want to try to move that 3 ball out of the way and move one of my balls into better position to use it to break out that 11-4. Because this entire game is going to kind of boil down to that 11-4 right there. Actually, I like that shot. Steve does have the 5 ball in the pocket down here on the left where he can try to come around 3 rails. Oh, that's an interesting call. A pretty safe shot though, really getting that 3 ball off the rail. But my concern is he moved it off of that side of the table, so now we're looking at not having any ball to break that 4 ball out with. Thank you again to everyone who's watching K2 Productions, now with Telestrator. I feel like it's like now live in color. So please, if you like what you see, follow us on Facebook, like our page. Also hop on over to YouTube. We do go live on YouTube. One of the reasons I actually prefer YouTube over Facebook when you're looking at watching is that you can actually pause live feeds on YouTube and, go to the bathroom, get yourself a drink, whatever it might be. And then you can also rewind, which you cannot do on Facebook. So the rewind feature is huge. Oh, I think he overrolled that. I think he was definitely trying to come to where he could go at this 13 and then break that up. So that's gonna be his potential breakout ball there. Stage calling safe. So again, I think what Chris is looking at is that he's trying to put the cue ball right in this area so that he can come at this ball and then into this stack here. Oh, see, almost exactly in my circle. Good job, Chris. I don't think anyone is embarrassed right now, considering that the score is tied. Very smart. That's what I've been saying since the beginning. You need to put balls down there so that you can break out this cluster. I think that Chris has the angle that I was talking about on the previous one, where he's going to come here and then into this cluster. He has this ball here as a backup. Look, he's following my line so good. I'm so good at this, guys. For anyone who has never watched before, we just got this telestrator today. And so I'm excitedly using it. And Chris has followed my lines exactly twice already in the last 5 minutes. So I'm very excited. That 214, he decided to go ahead and re-tie that up. So I thought it was going to come down to that 11-4, and now we've made a new cluster of the 3, 14, 13. So somebody needs to get their ball by a pocket. Hey, it's much tougher to make straight lines, Carl. I'm using my right hand. I'm left-handed. I don't know how to draw with my right hand. Nice safety there. Although he did reach right into that window, but so if I would bank this 4 ball down over here. My squiggly lines, but it still works. That way he's getting that ball closer to the pocket so that he can come and break out these shots here eventually. That's what his end goal is. Fantastic shot there by Chris Carpenter. I actually wish the balls did follow my squiggly lines. It would make this much more interesting. Hello, Gilbert. Welcome to the stream. Carl, just for you, I'm trying to figure out how to do perfectly straight lines. Oh, we missed it. So here's the problem with the straight lines, is you can't see them until they're already out, you know? At least with this one, you see it as I'm drawing it. So I'm so good at this line thing. Guys, I can draw a straight line. I pass kindergarten. I keep having it on the wrong screen, so you guys don't actually see my squiggles. So what I was trying to say, Carl, now that I have it on the right screen, if I'm doing a straight line, you don't see it until I do it. But with the squiggles, you see it as I draw it. I kind of like that because I'm saying the cue ball is traveling in that direction versus a magical pop-up all of a sudden. 215 viewers. Thanks everyone for joining us here at K2 in Phoenix, Arizona. If you have not already, oh, ball right off the table. If you have not already, please join, like and follow us. You'll get live notifications. Every time we go live. We do have a big match coming up here in about a week. We have a 703 Fargo playing a 730 Fargo. It's Joey Ryan versus Mitch Ellerman. It will be 8-ball, which is Joey's favorite game. Wait. I had it right. There we go. That was a great shot. He used a little bit of inside to keep that straight. And the reason is because you want to be as straight as possible on this 8. So just a stop shot, leave the cue ball right in here. Look at that. Chris right in my circle. Thank you so much. The race, Todd, is going to be 8-ball, races to 9, best of 3 sets. And just like that, we are tied up. This is a very close race between these two. We're actually going to have a King of the Hill tournament that day. So our plan is to have everybody go ahead and come over. We're going to do $2 games, 9-ball. If you win, you stay at the table. If you are new, you sign up on the sheet and we call you up in order. If you win, you get the $2. If you lose your $2. whoever wants to play for as long as they want. We're going to have food and drinks, just appreciation and say thank you for everyone who has supported us. And then after a couple hours of that, we will have the Joey and Mitch challenge, so everybody can stay and watch. No masks required. It will be on September 12th. So Steve is solids here. If he's able to squeeze that 5 by that 1, but I don't think he is, because that 5 ball is going to give you the shape you need for the 4. He stopped here, but I'm not quite sure what his plan is. I think he's shooting the 1. So if he stops the cue ball here, he's going to shoot the 4 here. The cue ball will drift this way, and then he can shoot the 7 for the 8. So I think that that's his plan. I wonder if he meant to shoot that off of that ball. It would make sense to try to clear that pocket as another option for the 8 ball. Now he shot that so fast, he didn't even actually get down for that ball. So I think that's why he missed the 4. He did not even get down and set in his usual pre-stroke routine. He really rushed the shot on the 4. I think he took it for granted a little bit because he was straight in. He thought, oh, easy shot. But on 3 7/8 inch pockets, there's no such thing as a super easy shot, honestly. So Chris did make that ball, but he did call safe. So that is why Steve is at the table. They are playing 8-ball BCA rules. Oh, he missed that on the way in and on the way out. Calling safe here because he did not get his breakout. Nice shot. Now Steve does not have a jump cue, so we will not see, I mean this is very close anyway, but we will not see Steve jumping at any point this evening. He is calling the 7. I didn't think that he could see it, but he can. He understroked that though for the 4 ball. So now he's going to have to kick it. So Chris is saying you don't have to call the, he says you don't have to cut your or call your pockets to me. I trust you that if you made a ball by accident, you would tell me. So I'm not worried about it. Let's just play the game and go forward. I think we've talked about this before. Gilbert is asking, how young is Chris Carpenter? He has 152 kids. I'm just kidding. I think he is 7. Which makes him, I believe, 47 the last time I looked. Corby, are you having to watch? Because I think that him and yes, he's 47. Chris Carpenter is 47. Steve called safe, so again, because you call safe, Chris is calling us safe here again. This is tough, but I think that you have to... Oh, he called this pocket here. I actually prefer... He missed it, but I actually prefer going this direction here. But he actually made a smart move there because he potentially blocked the pocket for... Oh, for this, the 10 ball. So he made a very smart shot. It was just curious that he called the side pocket. If he was shooting it towards that direction to block that pocket, you'd think he'd call the corner, but it all worked out. So now Chris has to get shape right in here to shoot the 10 ball, because the 10 ball does not go past the 8. So he's going to have to shoot the 10 ball down to this bottom left corner, or he's going to try and come and nudge at it right now, coming this direction. Not a bad miss, because now Steve has to try to figure out a shot. I actually like shooting the 8 ball into the rail, like this, into this ball, and then into the pocket. Because you move that ball out of the way. Oh, exactly the right idea. So now Chris is going to see if he can finish this out, because that 8 ball is right in the pocket. Oh, he missed. This is a pretty straightforward one rail kick here by Steve DeLuna. Well, Gilbert, I think that Chris has gray hair because he has 7 children. Very nice shot. So if you had 7 children, I assume that you would probably have gray hair too. He has kids all the way from teenagers to single digits. So if you had that many teenagers in your house, you would probably have gray hair as well. So hello everybody who just saw me on the stream. All right, what have we got? So Chris is at the table. That 3-5 ball is potentially a problem, but it looks like the 5 ball goes, but just the shape is so difficult with those stripes there especially. And then also to get shape on the 2. Ugh. I think if I have choice, I'm going to take stripes. And it looks like the easiest stripe to take is the 10. My concern at coming with this angle, if you shoot the 13, is you're going to go off the 11, and it's going to push that 11 further into that cluster. He did call the 10. If he can stop it there, perfect. I would shoot the 11 ball now. Get that out of there. Stop worrying about it. Yep. Very smart. Great shot. He's calling the 13, the orange ball there. The only reason I'm not a huge fan of that shot is because he does lose the 14 going around the table, but he hit it at a good pace, so it did come back out. Gonna have to shoot the 12 ball and come back around, try to get to the middle of the table. Actually, that bump on the 4 worked out. I do not think that 9 ball goes past the 1 is my only problem. You're going to have to go off. So if he can roll the cue ball right up to about here, he can shoot the 9 into the oh my goodness. Let's try again. Here. He can shoot the 9 right about here into the point. It should go off of the 1 and into the pocket. So let's see if that's what he goes for when he goes for the 9. It does look like he's going to shoot the 9 last. Makes sense. Smart, trying to take away that complicated shot, but he now has to shoot this 9 all the way down here, or he banks it this way. So those are his 2 options. I think he's looking at the long shot. I think you lose the cue ball more with the long shot. Yeah, see, he would have been able to get there though. So now Steve gets a shot at the table. It's important that he goes for that 5 and that 3 right now. And if he misses it, it's really a free shot because that 9 ball. The 2 ball is going to be his next problem child. I think he is going to save it for the last potentially, but to save it for last for me makes me nervous. Oh, he's going to play safe here. Smart. Very smart. But to me, you want to go 2 rails, and what I mean is you come here, and then into the 9. And the reason you do that is because if you went straight, you are blocked on the 8 ball, but the angle by coming into that second rail, the cue ball will go back towards the middle of the table. He almost stayed on the line that you guys can't see because I wasn't on the right screen. Still trying to figure it out, guys. Sorry. Paul, as you can see on the bottom of the screen by their names, Chris Carpenter is a 570, and Steve DeLuna is a 613. I know, Kevin. Wrong screen. And it was such a good little drawing, and you guys didn't get to see. It's kind of a bummer. I'll figure it out. By the end of the stream, I'll have figured it out. So by tomorrow, we'll be set to go. So everybody will have to stay tuned, watch again tomorrow, because we do actually have Chris Carpenter playing again tomorrow. He is playing Peter Gresh. Peter Gresh is also a 600 level player that he is playing even. So Chris is really trying to push himself this week, getting ready for that tournament. They are watching the replay on the TV screen. Carlos. And then he plays John Circa, and it's actually Jack Circa on Friday. Jack Circa is a 623, I believe, that Chris Carpenter is also playing even. As a response to Brandon's comment about someone putting him into bad games, that would be Chris. He puts himself into these games. He is trying to push himself, challenge himself, and be ready for the tournament coming up that he is playing in. $1,600 entry for him. So he's putting himself in this action. He figures even if he loses, it's a great experience and it's a lot of learning for him to play against better players. This is really tough. He's going to have to draw it back, I feel like, to be able to get to that 12. Oh, he did it. Very nice. Now, one option is to come into this 6 ball and move it. This is much easier, though. Potentially, he is on the rail, but to shoot the 8... he missed it. Now Chris does have the opportunity to run out here. There's no real problem ball. It's just a matter of picking the easiest run out. Using all of the pocket. He is straight. So the problem here is that he's going to be really close to this ball. So it's actually, I think, easiest to try to draw it back as much as possible to then shoot this ball next. That's actually a very smart shot as well. using the angles to your advantage instead of trying to force it with the straight in ball. Now for this 6 ball, you just make it because the 8 is right next to the pocket. And that's what I like about 8 ball, is there are so many different variations to the game and so many different options when it comes to your choices for patterns. For 10 ball or 9 ball, it's a little bit more straightforward. You go from the 1 to the 2, etc., etc. Now again, thank you to all of our 155 viewers currently that I see watching. If you have not already, please go to our page at K2 Productionz and like and follow us for future streams. Also, if you feel so inclined and you like what we're doing here with the multiple camera angles, the commentary, the new telestrator, all of that does cost us a little bit, so we welcome any donations that you might feel prompted to give. We do this out of the love of pool and out of our own pockets, so we appreciate you and our fans and anything we can do for you. We did pin our PayPal down at the bottom of the comments. Still an open table. Steve made the 7, but he did not call it. He actually called the 9. So now, let's look here. So the problem I see here is the 13. And the reason I feel like it's a problem is because it only goes in this pocket and only if you get here, which is a really tough and small window to get to. So instead he played safe. He just happened to make that 4, which is kind of good for him. Leaves less options for Steve, and it opened up a bigger window for him to make that 12 ball. Very nice combo, and it broke up his cluster. So Steve has the potential here for a very nice run out. There are no more clusters. I would shoot the 1 ball now, hold it for the 6 ball, because the 6 ball is your only potential problem ball, and that's exactly what he did. He's a little bit stuck on the rail, so just soft roll. Yep. Now you just have to bear down, as Carlos would say, make the 3 ball, and see what happens with the 2, because I think he's okay. I think he can make the 2 on the side. Our side pockets are pretty tight. Steve said tight what? Nothing. Nothing but net. A lot of people tend to hang up balls in our side pockets because they hit the point. And when they hit the point, any part of it, it ends up pushing that ball out of the pocket. The thing is, we don't have any sort of rounded points, so that does make it so much more difficult. Now we do know Steve is more than capable of doing a break and run. He's actually already done it today. The problem is when you break, you got to make a ball first, and he did not make one here, so no break and run for him. That 1-12-5 down there on the bottom rail is an issue until Chris breaks it out. Now I will tell everybody, I talked to Chris on Monday, and he said, you know, that he purposely set these up, these 3 higher level 600s, to push himself. And he said he doesn't expect to win these. These are him for experience, for education. And he knows he's been on a hot streak. He's pretty much undefeated here at K-squared. And he knows it's got to end at some point, especially as you start pressuring these higher level players. So I agree that Steve is a great player and that it might be an upset as far as Chris finally loses, but he's actually expecting it tonight, so he will not, I think, be heartbroken. I think he'll just be very excited if he wins. I think he's going to have to take this 14 down. It's a tricky ball. And he actually has the perfect angle to break it out. Look, I couldn't even finish before he did it. Very nice. He can play either the combo or the 15. Looks like he's going for the 15, which is a great shot because he was on the rail. The ball was in the middle of the table. And those are not easy balls to make. Well, Gilbert, you would not find another Hill 3-foul game here because 8-ball does not have a 3-foul. But Hill bobbled the 8 upset. So the problem is that you are straight in here. So you can try and cut this ball, but you may miss. There's not much room for the 10 as far as the angle goes, so he decided just to accept it. He's going to shoot this ball here because if he makes it, oh, not what I was thinking. I was thinking if he makes it, great, you have shape on the 8. If he doesn't, he would have bumped this ball and maybe blocked the pocket. But he's playing a safety. To which Chris responds in kind. He's calling another safety. What a bummer, because he got perfect shape on that 8. Look at how straight. On the APA, that would have been an amazing shot because even if you called safe, you could keep going. But because it is BCA, there is no ability to keep shooting. Chris Carpenter's looking at this 5-ball and he's shooting it, but it doesn't make sense. Go for the 4. Why are you taking one of the most difficult shots? But okay, he said that's why. But now what? He hit that so hard. He has no shot. He is trying to back cut this 4, which, oof, Chris is the one I would trust to do it, but Oh no, he's playing safe. See, I would have taken the 4 from the beginning. Use that to get better shape on the 5. I do know it's a lot of going back and forth as far as your table goes, but sometimes that's what you're left with. Steve overcutting the 8. Giving Chris one more chance at the table. He's going to have to power stroke this is 4, shoot it and draw it back, or he can shoot the 3, cut it in. Really thin cut. But if you shoot it and then you leave it in this area just in case you missed it, then he has to bank the 8. But oh, he got lucky. He got lucky with the 4 ball. I was saying that if you would have shot that and left it anywhere in here, he would have had to bank the 8. So it's a safety, but also you could shoot the 4 if you missed it. But he got lucky with the 4 ball getting in the way. Dang it, was I on the wrong page again? I've used the teleprompter so much, and you guys don't even know because I keep being on the wrong page. Oh. I'll figure it out eventually, I promise. All right. Keeping the score tight. Can I make this? I want to make this. All right, so that 6, 3, 8, 5, all of those are troubles. So I'm liking stripes until you do that because you didn't leave yourself anything. He got down and shot that ball so quickly he didn't get any leave out of it. I do not believe he was trying to scratch there, as I don't think many people are ever purposely trying to scratch. So Carlos, I see that you put the tournament in our events page. Are you going to make a flyer? I know you should make a flyer for the Mitch and Joey event. I thought he was going to bank that ball and come out in natural shape, but he chose to play safe. Great shot there by Steve. Holy moly. Thread the needle there. This looks good. Off the 4. I think he's playing corners. Oh, not on this table. You really can't hit any part of the point. Oh my goodness, part of the point. Or it does not go in the pocket. I saw, Carl, that you said you beat a 6 in 9 innings. That was a while back. I just am getting back to it now. Was that in 8-ball? Race to 5? So you did 5 games and 9 innings? Is that how I'm reading that? Very nice. I think the best APA match I've ever seen Carlos do was actually when we were playing Scotch doubles. So how Scotch doubles in APA works is the lower rated players play a singles, the 2 higher rated players play a singles against each other, and then they play doubles. And in the singles match that Carlos plays, it was a race to 5. And he had, I do believe, break and run, 8 on the break, which counts in APA, 1 inning because he played safe, and then break and run. So by those standards, he only technically had half an inning because every safety takes away half of an inning. So he played a race to 5 and only had 1 technical inning for a safety. It was pretty amazing to watch. Just make this 2. All he had to do was make it, and the cue ball would have rolled in the proper direction for the 8-ball. So he forced that with no need. So now Steve gets to have a 3-ball out here. This is perfect. Just come out back this way. Oh, right on my line. But he did miss. So now you don't have to hit this crazy because you're only hitting about 25% of the ball. You just don't want to hit it with top. Because top, you'll come this way, you'll potentially run it into the 8. So you either want to hit it with center, a little bit of low, just to come back out this direction to shoot the 8 in this pocket. Do you see there how he hit it with top? And the cue ball did come this direction. He luckily hit it with enough speed that it came back down, but if he didn't, he would not have had a shot on the 8 ball. So, unfortunately, Steve here didn't have shape, so he did choose to play safe. Just roll up on this 2 ball, leave the cue ball right in here. Hopefully the 2 ball stays as a blocker. Oh, right in my circle. Look at that. Nice try. You know, Brandon, we've heard you talk a lot of smack here on this channel over and over and over again, but no one has been able to quite find you on Fargo or anything like that. So for you to continue to say how easily you would play here, what is your skill level? I will draw you a cow for sure, Carl. I've got all kinds of colors too. I don't know what a world beater means. That means nothing to me. Joel, thank you so much. You can donate to K2 either by sending us Facebook donation, or there is a PayPal. It's in the pinned comments, K² Productionz with a Z at gmail.com. So we appreciate any donation that you are able to give us. Joshua is asking, when is the Mitch and Joey match? It is on the 12th of this month, Saturday evening, and we are going to have a player appreciation King of the Hill tournament beforehand. Everybody can come and play cash games and eat, and then stay and watch the Joey vs. Mitch match if they'd like. And thank you, Randall. We just got this telestrator today, so we are trying it out. I keep leaving it on the wrong screen when I'm using it, so you guys have missed a couple of my amazing drawings, but we are working out the kinks. Oh, what a bummer. He was trying to go into the window. So wait, am I on the right? Okay, I'm on the right string. So he was going for this window to shoot this 10. Oh my goodness, my squiggles. But he missed it. So he now has to go 2 rails, 1, 2, into this ball. Sorry, guys, we were watching the replay over and over. Yeah, we're good. We're not frozen. We were watching the replay about 6 times because we couldn't decide, or Steve couldn't decide if he thought that was a good hit or not. So we were rewatching, doing the YouTube rewind and replay about 5 times to try to see if that was a good hit. I should have let everybody know, so I apologize there. I was saying if it was a bad hit, the 8 would have gone forward, but when you hit the 13 and then you come off, it pushes the 8 out to the side, which is exactly what happened. So even when it's a super close hit like that, you can usually tell if it's good or bad based on the reaction of the balls. So Corby is leaving for the evening. We appreciate him coming and seeing some of the, or taking some pictures of the players. Nice. Trying to get as straight on the 8 ball as possible because it is in a little bit of a funky spot. Hello, Ryan. Welcome back. Have you seen our new telestrator? It's very fancy. Look, I can show you. So you shoot this ball in here with the inside. Very nice. And then you want the ball to end up right here. But Chris, move the ball. Gosh, Chris. So, Steve, just like that, now on the hill. I know, right, Ryan? All bougie. I just want everyone to know that's been here, the 116 people that are watching, we started out this as one camera, one laptop, a garage that was not put together, and we have really worked on insulating the garage, putting in an AC, putting in gym mat flooring, getting more cameras, and now we got a new laptop, and then now we got the telestrator. I mean, we put a lot of time and a lot of money into putting this together for you guys. And we don't even, we don't make money from the stream. We obviously make a little bit of money from the table time, which we actually only just started charging. We weren't even charging table time at the beginning. So this has been a wonderful journey for us. A lot of learning, and it has been a lot of fun, and we thank all of you, which is why we are putting together this tournament for you guys. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. He still hasn't managed to tell any of us what his skill level is. Good night, Gilbert. Thank you so much for always watching with us. He's too high for that. You can't mess with him like that. We don't need more viewers, Brandon. We're okay with the amount that we get. Being a world beater still means nothing to me. But we love all the viewers that we have. I can easily name 20 to 40 viewers that we have every night that I know about their friends, their family, their hobby, their jobs. This has built a fantastic network of people that we know and love just because of commentary and streaming. And we love every one of you that have made this possible for us. Now, Chris does have a little bit of pressure here because Steve is on the hill. So he cannot make any silly mistakes. He's got to play tighter and smarter. Not that he's been playing bad, but just not taking any shots unless you have that really high percentage. So we are, I think, going to see multiple safeties back and forth here between these players on this rack. This is definitely not a break and run situation in any way. See, he can't decide. He's trying to play smart, which is the good way to do it. You got to slow down. You have to make sure that you're fully committed to whatever shot you're going to take. Whether it be the right shot or the wrong shot, you have to be fully committed to it. So then you can tell yourself, you know, you went down playing the best that you could, or you won playing the best that you could. So we will see. I think he got a little closer to that, a little far for the 1, but I think he can shoot the 5. Oh, see, that's what I was talking about earlier, if you guys were watching, about the points of our side pockets being very tricky. You have to hit them clean into that pocket. The points will get you every time. It was actually funny. We had some people playing here on Monday, actually, and they missed twice in the side pocket, once with ball in hand. And so they actually started shooting the balls all the way down into the corners just to avoid shooting it into the side pocket, even if they thought it was an easy shot, because our side pockets are difficult. And it may be a 4-inch pocket or a 3 7/8-inch pocket. I think the sides are actually 4-inch. But when you're coming at it at an angle, it changes it to like a 3-inch pocket. And these balls are standard 2 1/4 inch. So shooting a 2 1/4 inch ball into a 3-inch pocket, you have to be very precise. Gary, thank you so much for wanting to do a PayPal donation. It is to K Squared Productions with a G, a Z, hello, at gmail.com. It is pinned at the bottom of the comments. But if for some reason you cannot see that, you can always send us a message and we will directly instruct you on how to do a small donation. We definitely appreciate everything that you can give, even if it's $1. Okay, here is the tester. Here's the problem. We're on the telestrator. If you are going to try to shoot this ball here, the cue ball is going to come off this direction. So you have the potential to scratch. So he went the smarter route and he chose the safety because that scratch is so scary. And when you're on the hill, the other players on the hill, you cannot make a mistake. See, that to me is a potential mistake. But I don't know. He's super straight, so yes, you shoot this ball here. Even if you roll forward and you put the cue ball right here-ish. Oh, smart. I was going to say, the low to me made me nervous as well because I'm always worried about scratching. I tend to scratch a lot. So he does have a good angle to come through here. Oh, but he missed it. Oh, see, that cue ball went woo with all that English. For the 130 people watching, sorry, I am just learning how to use the telestrator, so I'm being a little silly with it as I try to learn all the different buttons. Carlos is being the bad cop today. I was just having fun with him at this point. It's just entertaining, if nothing else. Oh, this is tough. But you just stop it. Don't even try to bring it back. Yep. And the only reason I said that was tough is because the balls were a little bit close. Not that it was necessarily a tough shot. And that was it. So fast. Well, that took no time at all. I barely got to mess with my telestrator tonight, guys. So as you can see, they are settling up there. Paying super quick, super easy. If Chris would have shot that ball and gotten the breakout, I mean, he got so close. That could have made the difference and at least gotten him to 8-6. So let's see. I'm typing here K² Productionz at gmail.com. That is for our PayPal. We do not have Venmo, but we have PayPal and Zelle and Facebook Pay. So we appreciate everyone here for watching tonight. Chris is going to try to redeem himself tomorrow against Peter Gresh, who is also a 6-something Fargo. So please join us again tomorrow and watch my telestrator abilities as I get even better playing with it tonight. So thank you all for having fun with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
My grandma's. Ugh.
Don't worry, ma'am. All of your stuff is in okay hands.
Just okay?
Well, they don't give 2.5 stars to just anybody.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's your piano.
Hold this for a sec.
We don't have a piano.
No. But the neighbors do.
Just okay is not okay.
Looking for a moving company that's on time, isn't milking the clock, and doesn't charge for shrink wrapping items, disassembling, and reassembling furniture? Would you value a team of hardworking guys that care about your belongings? No, really. Like, if any of your possessions were damaged or lost during the move, they'd cover it that same day. Well, Aaron Movers in Phoenix is serious about quality service, and we feel like we've mastered the art of moving. Since 2001, we've grown our well-known reputation of precaution, speed, courtesy, and planning. We've held every member of our team to a high standard and have never dropped the ball. Now that I think about it, we haven't really dropped much of anything over the last 17 years. We understand that nothing we touch belongs to us, and that we need to handle your belongings better than we'd ever treat our own. Because, in case you didn't know, you're the boss on moving day. Listen. Our team honestly just wants to help you get your items moved from point A to point B as quickly and safely as possible. Our custom-built trailer plays a big role in our ability to do this by reducing trips and lowering costs. We'll even set things up at point B for you. Our 5-star rating proves that hard work pays off. With hundreds of satisfied customers across the great state of Arizona, we want you to experience moving as it should be. Whether you're moving into a new office, transporting items out of the state, or settling into a new place to call home, Aaron Movers wants you to focus on what you'll be doing once you get there. Don't take a risk, and we'll take care of the rest. Click below or call Joe at 602-703-0078 to learn more or to get a free estimate.
Do you need to sell your house fast? Well, you've come to the right place. We buy houses in any condition or location and can close quickly so you can get paid and move on. Are you behind in payments, dealing with a divorce, job transfer, a fixer-upper, or have a bad tenant? We eliminate all the hassles of the traditional sales process. By selling to us, you won't have to do any repairs or updates, list with an agent, wait month after month for it to sell, hold open houses, or pay any out-of-pocket expenses. Give us a call and get your money fast.